Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little Shed Wars video today and give you just an update and some plans that I'm making. And we can see here that I'm just not sure exactly what's happening here, but you can kind of see this stuff kind of yellowing up here like it's not going to make it. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. But some of this stuff in here is doing really well. Some of it's ate up, but I really didn't expect any of this to grow, or not very much of it, because these were like old 5-6 years old seeds. So it's pretty crazy that everything that I planted grew. And I got some yellow squash off this plant here. I don't think I got any more coming in now, but so that was nice. We got some different melons, and I think this is a pumpkin coming in here. We got this crazy thing here, whatever that is. Some kind of squash or something. It's grown all the way out. It's going to be in the neighbor's yard. We got zucchini. I got a ton of zucchini out of this container over here. It worked out really well. I don't know how much more we're gonna get, but you can see we still got one coming in there. So they're still coming. I picked one the other day. It was over 2 pounds. It's a huge zucchini. And unfortunately, I think my hydroponics have about had it. So once I get to where these little cantaloupes are ripe, I think we're going to be pretty much done. These watermelons and stuff, they're not really showing any signs of growth, so I think we're about done. I'm not really going to bother redoing the nutrients or anything. I'm just gonna let the stuff die off in here, and I think we might call it a day, or call it a year on the hydroponics, because I've got a lot going on right now. So, and that leads to the next point. Is my big plan is to get rid of this greenhouse. I'm gonna take all the clear plastic off of it, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to move it back into the backyard and use it as a shed to store my lawnmower and stuff in. I got to do a little bit of a redesign on it to fit the lawnmower in, but I'll have to buy the materials and stuff to switch it around, but I'm going to actually make it into a shed. And then I'm going to build a new greenhouse over here by the side of the house. I'm going to build just a small lean-to greenhouse that I can start seeds in and do a little bit of hydroponics when I feel like it. So that's the plan going forward. I'm not sure when I'll get it done. It's going to be weeks probably, but that's just good to have a plan. As far as the chickens go, let me go over here and let them out. Chickies! Chickies! What's going on here? Here we go. So now we've got all the chickens in here. We've got five full-grown chickens and 13 small chickens. They'll be full grown. Some of them are getting kind of big anyway already, but they'll be just about the same size here in another month or so, and they might even start laying some eggs here by the end of August. So we got those guys. They're doing all right. They pick on each other a little bit, but not too bad since we got rid of the rooster and got rid of another hen. They've been doing fine. And then we got these guys over here still. We still got 16 of them. These guys are getting bigger every day. And probably another month or so, and we'll try to put them over there with those guys, and kind of just keep them mixing them in. But we'll see what happens. And then we've got yet another brooding hen, and she's laying on her eggs. We put a dozen eggs under her, and she's been on them now for 2 weeks, so she's got another week left before we start seeing hopefully some hatching. You know, if it's not a good hatch, then it's not that big a deal. We got plenty of babies already, but it feels like such a shame just to waste a broody hen. So, and we still had our rooster with our fertilized eggs, so we went ahead and put a dozen eggs under. We tried to hand pick them because we didn't really want the Rhode Island Reds, so we kind of tried to hand pick all the eggs from our black hen and some of our buffs. Then back here we got our tomato plants still going crazy. No signs of letting up really, and we got all kinds of tomatoes growing. And you can see the size of those. Just waiting for them to ripen up now. But pretty much every one of them's got tomatoes on them. So we're gonna have some good tomatoes, that's for sure. They smell good too. Look at that monster. Look at them monsters in there. Monster tomatoes. So we're gonna have a ton of tomatoes. Alas, our pepper plant still didn't work out. This guy's kind of gotten big, but I don't see any peppers on him. I kind of gave up on these guys, but a couple of them have all of a sudden started to take off for some reason. Oh, there's one. Looks like some kind of banana pepper. There's a couple of them on there, you see. So we'll let those grow for a bit. Let's see what those are. So we do have a couple of peppers and I got a handful of them last time I was out here. Just a couple little bitty like Thai peppers. And but that's kind of interesting that it's just these two right here. It seems like they're the only ones that really did anything. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting that these tomatoes are doing so well, because they they just don't get any sun over here. So I'm just not sure how they grow so big like that. I mean, you can see right now it's 8 o'clock, 8:30 actually, and they have no sun right now. I mean, they're in the shade. So anyway, and another thing with our chickens over here, I'm gonna go ahead and sometime I'm gonna be building a new brooder coop, because this one here, it's completely falling apart, and every time you try to move it falls apart. So it's just not gonna cut it anymore. It was cheap. It was a cheap Tractor Supply buy, and it was worth it. It lasted us 2 years basically. And if you didn't move it around so much, it might last a lot longer. But I need something that I can move, because I don't want these guys to just sit here in the dirt all the time, because I don't, when the babies get small, they can get through my chain link fence over here. So I like to leave them locked up in here when they're babies until they get bigger. These guys are about big enough now where you can let them free range. A couple of them are still a little too small, but they'll be big enough here soon where you can let them out. But when they're babies, you don't want to let them out because they'll get outside the fence, you'll lose them, or they'll run away, not come back, whatever. So I really need a chicken coop that's solid enough that I can move it without worrying about it falling apart. So I'm going to be doing that sometime, and it should be pretty easy. I'll just copy this one and make one that's solid, that's better. And that we'll use that as the brooder, or if we need to separate any chickens that are getting picked on. You know, sometimes you get chickens that are picked on. They you have to separate them, let them heal up or something. They get wounds and stuff on them, or they get sick. You need to quarantine them. So it's always good to have a spare small chicken coop for that kind of stuff. And I'll show you our flowers over here, and then really need to mow the grass. Got our pretty flowers. These were real pretty before they died off. It's kind of crazy in here. It's getting kind of hard to weed it. Those are really nice. And these roses, these are really pretty. I really like those. My wife bought this the other day. We still got to plant it. So we got plenty of flowers growing. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to be about it for this one. I just wanted to give you guys a little update and go over some plans, you know, that I have going forward, and what everything's going to be looking like. Like I said, we're going to be getting rid of the greenhouse, figuring out a way to move that around and turn it into a shed where we're going to put it. And I'm going to build a new greenhouse sometime before winter time, and setting that up on the side of the garage. Something that's a little bit more, you know, airtight, and something that's not quite as, you know, you live and you learn. I built this one, and it's worked very well for the purpose that I use it for. But I've definitely learned a lot, and I'm going to apply that to the next, you know, design, I guess. The next generation of greenhouse. And this frame works perfect. It's a shed frame. I mean, it's the kit that comes with it to build it. It's for sheds. So you just take the plastic off, and we'll slap some metal roofing and siding on it, and it'll be a shed. And that'll give me a good place to put the mower and weed eaters and stuff, and some other storage that I desperately need, because right now I'm putting it all in the garage. So anyway, that's gonna be about it for this one. If you guys enjoy this stuff, enjoy some of my other videos, like and subscribe. I'm trying to put out videos. It's been kind of hectic. I hope everybody out there is having good luck with their gardens. And I've been watching the Facebook page for Shed Wars. For anybody who hasn't been on there and who is competing, I'll put a little slideshow of some of my harvest on here at the end. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.